Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, call lawyer Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rachal Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well that taught us this truth. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, that's a part of the Bayasha Dabadada House of David. Hey, basically, man, just some, just a quick, little drive through the spirit. Talking, about, this guy, Harmawan, basically saying that, if you watch the recent video I did on the page, basically saying that, the ones that are going to be beheaded, are basically the ones that are, martyrs for this truth, or whatever the case may be. Those are the guys that played with this truth, and, they played with the truth, and this and that, which those clowns are going off anyway, and they're all in unison together. You quickly seeing, their oil, and this is what Yahushua talked about, the oil, having your limbs, your lamps trimmed, man, because, we all know that the ones that were beheaded, for the testimony of Yahushua, right, are the elect. Now, why were they beheaded? Just exactly like I said, it tells you that in Revelation the 20th chapter. They were beheaded for the testimony of the Lord. They weren't beheaded because, he was playing with the word. We already know those that are going to play with the word. It tells you in the book of Luke that they shall be beaten with many stripes, man. Those that look back are not fit for the kingdom. But to the ones that because the reason that they're saying that, these particular men, the particular men that are going to be beheaded are the ones that are playing with the word, is because they're on the thing of brothers calling Esau E, which when you really think about it, in a sense, are the vaccine Maxine, or instead of vax, jab, and through the spirit, when you really honestly think about it, I was talking to the brother Itazawam, through the spirit, and it's really like parabolic talk, because the famine of the word is coming, Amos 8 and 11. It's really like parabolic talk, man. Just like Yahushua, when the disciples asked him, why do you speak in parables? Yahushua said, because it is given for you to know the mysteries of the kingdom, and not to them. And we are saying it plain up, man. Straightforward. We've been saying it straightforward. It's not about the page. Well, the Lord said, if you love me, feed my sheep. And if the sheep are watching, they would know why these certain words. Hey, the Most High is the ultimate Jake, man. He uses slang words. He calls the serpent. He calls Esau the serpent. That same devil in the garden. And he calls. And sometimes he might not refer to Esau as Esau. He might refer to them as Idumea. Didn't Isaiah see a vision of Yahushai? And it said, he said, who is this that cometh from Basra? First, before he said Edom. So the Most High is into parabolic talk, because if you weren't in this truth or able to understand, you would be like, what the hell is Basra? Then it says Edom. But even at that, the Lord will have to open your understanding. And we're coming right now to a time of what? The famine of the word. Where the people are going to be seeking to and fro, looking for the prophets, or looking for the words of the Lord, and they're not going to be able to find them. That's hand in hand. The Lord's starting to shut up the mouth of his prophets, or even the mysteries that he's giving out. Because right now we in a critical time of what? We're in the era of information, but it's going to soon come a time to where they're gonna want to seek the Lord, and they're not going to be able to find him. That's the times we're coming into. And through the spirit, how are we leading, people astray, brothers astray, you know, whatever the case may be. We not calling stuff straightforward because we saying E or this or that because the channels is getting taken down. Hey, we just got a strike on our channel. You can barely talk about certain things now. So then you gotta instead of the scriptures say you be wise as serpents, harmless as doves. So how do you do that? All right, you move. Hey, the Lord said, dang, what's that? Be users of the world, not as abusers, man. You know, the scriptures say, dang, trying to Salakia, it's cloudy. We are deceivers, but yet true. You know. So the thing is, it's like, yo, we're deceiving YouTube by using these little slang words, but we're true because if you've been following along with the apostles, you know, and the of Great Millstone and the men on down, you would know why we're saying E or Maxine, because brothers be getting hella strike. We just got a strike on our page on Monday. You know, you can't even talk about medical things on your pages no more. You know, you can't even talk about medical things on your pages anymore. So yes, Maxine, you know, E, you know, certain things, you know, hey, they'll give you a strike for it, man. And brothers, and you know, we make other pages, we got other pages, but still the point is, you know, we're feeding the sheep, and the sheep, Lord willing, you know, when brothers put out the decree, this is a backup page, you know, y'all subscribe to it. You know, don't be ignorant of that fact. But it's all about using wisdom, moving in wisdom in this society, man. Wisdom is the principal thing. You know? Wisdom is the principal thing, man. And we're not going to get all wrapped up and emotional when guys say, oh, you're using E. You're not a man of the Lord because you're not calling it straightforward. It's plenty slang words and terms in the scriptures, man, that the Most High used for Edom, Israel. You know, the Lord doesn't always use Jacob. He uses Israel. He uses Zion. Okay? You know? You got to think about things of that nature. Now, why don't the Lord in them certain instances put it straightforward out right there and just call Jake throughout the whole scriptures Israel? You know? No, because Jacob, Israel, they mean the same thing, just like E and Esau, if you know what we're talking about. But see, that's why the scriptures say that the mysteries are given to his servants, the prophets, man. Okay? Because if you've really been following along in this truth, if you've really been being diligent, searching, you know, to make your calling and election sure, you would be on point and you would know these things. Now guys are this and that for doing what's wise until the Lord shuts this whole thing down, because Amos 8 and 11, like I'm going to mention again, they're going to wander to and fro, sea to sea, from people to people, all right, seeking the words of the Lord, but they're not going to be able to find them. Straight up, man. Hey, the Lord calls Esau the devil of the Bible, that serpent. He calls him Esau. He calls him Edom, Basra. You know, even in Revelations, the second chapter, he calls them Jews, but they're also known as what? Amalek, man. You know, and that's not playing with the words of the Lord, and that's not adding or taking away. We taking away from the scriptures because we calling Esau E. You're basically condemning brothers for moving wise how Yahushua told us to, man. We're sent amongst wolves, sheep amongst wolves, man. You guys are wolves, man. I'm gonna say it straight. You guys are wolves. I know about Harmawan and Bio Rum. We had it in with him before, and it's just showing straight up and down, you know, what type of spirit that he's in, man. You know? The scriptures say, follow not a multitude to do evil. And then guys is making, and you guys are going to keep going on with this until the Lord completely, you know, put your fucking light out, man. And you have nothing to roll back on, man. You should be focused on prophecies. You should be focused on getting up out of here. You know, not that envying spirit, looking toward one another. Oh, you know, not getting the beam out of your own eye first, like Yahweh Shai said, man. Yahweh Shai said, get the beam out of your own eye first before you try to get the beam out of somebody else's eye, man. You know? Get that beam out of your eye first. Because trust me, that shit is in there. You know? And then dudes want to talk about brotherly love and this and man, you doing exactly, being hypocritical because you're doing exactly what you're saying not to do. And that's point blank period. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but just giving out examples of, hey, don't, these guys that are coming up with this extra stuff. And Aharon did a Yapah video, earlier, man. Look, man, they're going to have to give account for all of this in the day of judgment because it's causing confusion and discord among the sheep, man. Which really is sifting, according to Amos, the 9th chapter. All the Lord's doing is sifting Israel, but still, all in all, through the Spirit, this is causing that discord, man. Okay? And it's causing confusion. And you sheep out there, if you're watching, Israel's praying, you would know, man, look, man, focus on these prophecies, okay? Focus on these prophecies. Don't worry about what these guys got going on. The apostles ain't ever led us wrong, man. They ain't ever led us wrong through the Rakah Kodash, okay? And the scriptures tell you, continue thou in the things that thou hast learned, knowing whom thou hast learned them from. And these guys talking about but it's double honors to the apostle. Actually, through the Spirit, man, really, you're not giving double honors, man. Because you're not acknowledging that even the apostles do the same thing. Why? Now, you give double honors, but they doing the same thing as we're doing through the Spirit. We actually got it from them. Now, are they going off? Are they not going to make it? Because that's basically what you guys are doing. You're condemning the just, man, by saying we're putting E on our titles, as being wise. You're condemning the just, man. You're condemning the just. Oh, you guys ain't gonna be. You guys is playing. Then you got the nerve to say, oh, it's our time. It's the prophet's time. A lot of us ain't gonna die. This and that. I feel like the ones that are gonna be beheaded are those the ones that were playing with the word, man. No, the ones that are gonna be beheaded are the ones that were brought up in the midst of governors and things like that for the testimony of the Lord, man. And they were faithful unto death, and the Lord's going to give them what? A crown of life. Strive for the truth until death, and the Lord will fight for thee. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Revelations 2:10. So those are the men that are going to be beheaded, all right? Beheaded for the testimony of the Lord, man. And guess what? The Lord's going to give them a crown. They got an automatic crown, man. And when you go to, I think it's 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, if I'm not mistaken, or I think it's 2 Thessalonians, it tells you that the dead in Yahweh Shai shall rise first. So if they're playing with the word, the Lord ain't going to delight in their soul or have pleasure in their spirit if they playing with the words of the Lord. Why would they get a crown? Or why would they, Revelations the 20th chapter, why would they get a crown? Why would they reign with the Lord for a period of 1,000 years if they were playing with the word? Which all Israel is going to rule, but you're going to have classifications in the kingdom. You're going to have the elect men. It's going to trickle down. You're going to have a order, But with that, I'm going to say, call Allah, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash, Lord willing, that was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Stay away from these guys, man. Double honors to the apostles, man. Stay away from these other guys, man. Shalom.